Now, when you think of music, what first comes to mind? Rhythm, life, or harmony? For some people, when they think of music, places like New York comes to mind, even California, and of course Atlanta. In the last decade, Atlanta has become a music hub for artists of all genres, specifically trap-influenced musicians. However, in the recent years, many independent artists have begun to influence a new generation of sound. Many music lovers are calling this shift in music the new renaissance of Atlanta, but everyone else just calls it New Atlanta. Yeah. My name is T.Mason, stage name T.Mason. I'm 22 years old, and I'm from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Right now, the state of music in the mainstream is it's a lot of music that sounds alike. You got a formula that a lot of people go by because that's what the charts are getting these labels money. So you got a lot of people getting deals based off these gimmick records, if you will. So the mainstream has a lot of copycats, a lot of different things that are taken but kind of used in the same way. As far as underground goes, you got a lot of different unique styles that people take from people, but they also make it their own, so it's more individuality. It's okay to be yourself. With my music, I want to accomplish the next push in music. I want to leave my stamp and have people inspired off of different things I've done. I want people to listen to Southern rappers and be like, okay, what is Southern rap? You know, what is it? It's a broad span of things, and you're not really gonna get that now unless you dig into the underground. So you find me, you find a lot of other dope dudes too.
Hey, is you rolling? Is you rolling? On my breath so long, no, I can't hold it. So come here, light it up after you roll it. And girl, don't blow my high, just keep me focused. Just keep me focused. Hey, is you rolling? On my breath so long, no, I can't hold it. So come here, light it up after you roll it. And girl, don't blow my high, just keep me focused. Just keep me focused.
She the one I want, I'm tryna pull up on her, yeah. Her last nigga lame, I swear I got him scared. Yeah. She only dry stick, thank God that your boy got good mileage. Whoa. Girl, you know we grown, make sure your phone on silent. Whoa. I'ma fly you coastal, this that you toastal. All drinks on me, pay the bar, I ain't see the total. All black be the team, we global, ayy. If you wanna roll with me, make sure you're ready by 450. If you talk, show 'em both semis. Let them run their mouth and run the whole city, ayy.
Is you rolling? Is you rolling? On my breath so long, no, I can't hold it. So come here, light it up after you roll it.
My name is Kayla Parks, aka DJ Cleotrvppv. I'm from Augusta, Georgia, and I'm 19. Some of my main influences are Erykah Badu, Sade, Jimi Hendrix, SZA. I just like to draw from a lot of people who have different aspects to them because I feel like it's a lot of pieces of me. I really want to be able to put people on different stuff that they really wouldn't listen to or necessarily even know about because yeah, it's a lot of outlets out there for different artists and stuff, but if you're not really researching because you're so used to listening to the same old shit every day, then you really don't know what's out there.
Right now, all we got is trap music coming on the radio, and kids aren't, going on the internet to find music. So with the radio oversaturating with trap music, all you got is that to listen to. Niggas be feeling like you gotta come up and be the neighborhood dope boy for you to be on, and that ain't necessarily the situation. I want to give folks a good blend of what Atlanta used to be you know, and what Atlanta is now.
You know the block is hot, now it's caught, warning shots, pop, niggas better duck, I ain't got no love for ops, can't stand them. Used to wanna cop a brand new Phantom, now I need an Eldo or Impala, no Rolex for my partners, new crib for my kids and my baby mama, feels place, say I love you mama, so what's the black girl?
I've been creating like ever since I was born. My mom said ever since I was strong enough to hold a pencil is when I like pretty much went at it. Art is a part of me. You know, I wake up and instantly I just want to create something. It's just like when I breathe or just something that oozes through my veins. It's like creativity is just who I am. Music and physical art is like brother and sister. You know, they go hand in hand. You know, you can't have one without the other. You know, it's like when you mix music and art together, you just create magic in a whole different medium that just didn't exist. You know, you can tell your story way more deeper when you mix the two together. Some of the struggles of being a freelance artist would be dealing with the customers that don't necessarily respect your prices or that don't want to necessarily pay full price for like a quality piece of work, because it's like something that we take years to develop, and even though we can do it in 10 minutes, 20 minutes or whatever, it's just the time and the knowledge that we put behind it. So I would really appreciate for people to just respect the artists and their prices.
People forget we have people like Outkast, you know what I'm saying? We have people like, we still got T.I., but Young Jeezy, different sounds that were you know, legendary back then that people still bump nowadays. So what I want is us to get back to that timeless cycle where we can make timeless music, but the only way to get to that is if you tap back into the underground, which has more unique sound of music. So we just need people to start being themselves and being creative and pushing the culture.
Nowadays, you got DJs just spinning the same songs over and over again, you know, and you know it, but it's lit, but you know it. It's nothing that you don't know. Like, hey, what's that song? I love when people come up to me like, man, what is that song? Who is that? Like, that makes me feel like I did my part.
Our sound is everywhere, whether you go to New York, LA, anywhere. We have that Atlanta sound, that Atlanta bass, that Atlanta vibe is everywhere. But as far as the music, I feel like the music is getting oversaturated. Everything sounds the same. All the artists look alike or sound alike. So I'm really just trying to break that actual barrier and sound different and do something that hasn't been done yet.
All I see is coppers. Boy, I'm feeling myself. Someone stop it.
I feel like my music right now is very positive, it's very enlightening, but it's also just fun. It's great energy, and I say everything that actually happens with myself. I'm real relatable. I don't find myself drifting into the realm of talking about things that I don't do, whether it's drugs or guns or anything of that nature that doesn't necessarily represent myself. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are exactly like that, but they don't have an artist that they can relate to.
I'm seeing underground taking a whole, different turn. Niggas is really just being more genuine with underground music. They taking the approach that fits themselves a little bit more instead of the commercial scene.
I feel like DJing as a whole has really lost its touch as far as like what's new, because the DJs are supposed to put the people on new music, and if you keep playing the same old stuff, what really are you doing?
I plan on doing these shows, we plan on being in these streets, we plan on doing, all the things we need necessary in order to, make a name across Atlanta. I mean, we get Atlanta, then, we can get everybody else. So the goal right now is to just stay independent, do everything ourselves, keep it in the family, and make their money.
Like you can literally do whatever, whenever, wake up, and it's like you're on your own schedule, like no boss or anything like that.
Atlanta was built off of lyricism. We had Andre 3000, we had Bit Boy, Goody Mob. They sound completely different from the music that we are accustomed to labeling Atlanta right now. So I want to just bring back that innovative, fresh, lyrical sound back to Atlanta and just say something that's different. We've been stuck inside this trap, druggy wave for a good 20 so years almost, you know what I mean? So I'm just trying to say something that hasn't been said yet.
Gotta keep it moving like I'm in a movie, Tony Hawk when I'm on the grind. And the same people who stay front and be the ones who get left behind. I keep my focus, y'all been tripping, fuck you and your opposition. I just really want some competition, killing y'all with the composition. Which hero gonna stop the villain? Been a real nigga since the day, yo. In love with the money, gotta make more. Trying to run the city, sound like and Diddy. Ain't no biggie, should I say more? And I find it sad how these niggas mad cause I ain't staying broke.
I just tell them sit back, watch a nigga take over the world, trying to hold the globe with both hands. Goddamn, got my handles right. Now these niggas can't stand it, right? Eating, trying to kill my appetite, can't help it. Niggas is hoes, slows, defected, king shit. Spit more Martin, less Elvis. Make them wild out like D-Ray. Go tell the DJ to play my shit.
We know the streets better than we know our fathers. We know the verse to read out shit. We don't know what comes after our father. John 3:16, that's a book. Why bother? Ironic how black men hate to read, but want a woman who's a scholar. Don't know who's Marcus Garvey, but know every white face on the dollar. The same white face who had a noose to your grandparents' neck like a collar. But nah, they don't care about that dough. All they care about is waking and baking, chasing cake and getting dough. The internet instilled malnutrition, no substance on our feed, man. Priority screwed, guys second to the weed, man. We criticize anybody who take the lead, man. This world got me scared to raise my seed, man. Trying to grow, succeed, love and get paid, but why is it when you're trying to shine your own people throw shade and they rain on your parade? We already are portrayed as thug, gangster, and threat. I'm fit for corporate, cropped out the portrait because my skin's not appropriate. Damn, thought everybody loved chocolate.
He likes those girls from Atlanta, those girls from the north side, those girls from the east side. He likes those girls from Atlanta, yeah. Those girls from the north side and those girls from the south side. Come on, girl. Yeah. He partied with those girls on Edgewood. They showed him a good time. They blew his out of state mind. He wanted to relax sometime, so he chilled at every park, drunk some hot